At Healthcare Partners Medical Group, our mission is to provide the highest quality of healthcare to each and every patient. With 5 locations in Pahrump, we are local doctors you know and trust. We want to thank you for choosing us. Quality care starts here.
Pahrump Nugget is giving away a laptop every day in the month of July at 8 p.m. Earn 3 times the entries on Sundays. Ask about our bingo specials, lower buy-ins, higher payouts, and free gifts. Where their fun never stops, the Pahrump Nugget Hotel and Casino.
News 46 is brought to you by Healthcare Partners. News is brought to you in part by One Nevada Credit Union, where right now you can refinance your auto loan with rates as low as 2.98% and no payments for 90 days for qualified members. Call us today for details. News is also brought to you by Hope Counseling Services, where we specialize in behavioral health, inspiring hope for a brighter tomorrow. Call 775-727-0101 for more information.
Tonight on News 46, a press release is issued regarding the Cajon standoff.
Viacom and Directv's battle leave viewers in the dark.
Town Board member Dr. Tom Waters writes a letter to the public. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Zach Fuentes and Monique Murphy. Local coverage from Deanna O'Donnell. News 46. Local coverage you can count on.
Good evening. It's Wednesday, July 11, 2012. I'm Zach Fuentes.
And I'm Deanna O'Donnell for News 46. The Nye County Sheriff's Office has issued a press release regarding Monday's standoff on Cajon Street.
On Monday at approximately 3:30 in the afternoon, deputies responded to 6781 South Cajon for a domestic disturbance. Initial reports were that the male half of the dispute, reported to be Keith Rechtenwald, was in possession of a firearm and intended on reacting violently when officers arrived. Initial responding officers were positioned at the north and south of the residence, restricting traffic in the area and monitoring the situation while additional units and supervision responded. While securing the scene, according to the report, a male by the name of Harry Rood approached the residence, attempting to go to the address that was under surveillance. He attempted to proceed past the said roadblock and refused to cooperate with officers' commands to leave the area. This caused all 3 deputies on scene to focus their attention off the suspect house. Rood stated that officers could not stop him and that they would have to shoot him. Rood was eventually physically removed from the vehicle, at which time he physically resisted officers' attempts to place him in handcuffs. Multiple additional units arrived on scene, as well as Nye County Sheriff's Office administration. Nye County Sheriff's SWAT was deployed as negotiations were attempted. Residents from the surrounding area were evacuated. After approximately 2 hours of negotiations, the male in the residence, positively identified as Keith Rechtenwald, surrendered and was successfully taken into custody without injury. Numerous firearms were located inside the residence and recovered for safekeeping. After the incident, Rechtenwald disclosed that he had been using methamphetamines in the days prior and was coming down from those drugs. He was transported to Directv Hospital for a medical evaluation, where he submitted to a urine sample that produced a presumptive positive result for methamphetamines. He was released from the hospital and subsequently transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center without incident. Keith Rechtenwald has been charged with under the influence of a controlled substance, prohibited persons in possession of a firearm, hinder, obstruct, delay law enforcement officers. Harry Rood has been charged with hinder, obstruct, and delay law enforcement officers and resisting a public officer. He's being held on $1,274 bail. This is Deanna O'Donnell for News 46.
A shootout between the Burrow brothers occurred last night on Blossom Ranch Road. In a domestic dispute, Chad Burrow and his brother Daniel Burrow allegedly fired shots at each other. Chad was reportedly on the roof of the home firing a shotgun at his brother, who eventually left in his black pickup truck after returning fire on his sibling. 2 females inside the residence reported the incident to authorities. Deputies surrounded the residence and unsuccessfully attempted to locate the subjects. Law enforcement were able to safely remove the females from the home. Chad Burrow is reported to have a warrant out for his arrest for driving under the influence.
And we'll be back with more of News 46. Stay with us.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Children's Dentistry of Pahrump, specializing in sedation dentistry, now accepting adult patients. Call now for free IV sedation with dental implant, 751-2184.
Welcome back. The man who fired shots at two Nye County Sheriff's deputies on June 30th was in court on Monday. Edward Garza is being charged with 2 counts of attempted murder of a peace officer, 2 counts of assault with a deadly weapon, discharging a firearm within or from a structure, aiming a firearm at a human being or discharging a weapon where a person might be in danger, and carrying a concealed weapon without a permit. The district attorney asked for his bail to be set at $500,000 cash instead of cash or bond. Judge Brisbane has rejected that request, saying that the bail amount that has been set is reasonable. On June 30th, Deputy Summer Daniker and Wesley Fancher responded to a domestic disturbance located at 4790 Mance Road. Upon arrival, Garza allegedly fired at deputies several times. Garza was struck 2 times in the chest and subsequently airlifted to UMC Trauma in Las Vegas.
Programming company Viacom is in another dispute to raise fees for television viewers.
SpongeBob, Jersey Shore, Jon Stewart, and even reruns of other favorite television shows like The Nanny or Friends are now unavailable for over 20 million Directv subscribers. This blackout is due to a dispute between Directv and Viacom Inc. Viacom is a company that owns networks such as Nickelodeon, Nick at Night, MTV, TV Land, Comedy Central, and over 20 more. Apparently, Directv had a 7-year agreement to purchase these channels as a package. That 7-year contract expired late Tuesday night, leaving Directv subscribers without any Viacom networks. According to Directv, Viacom has demanded a 30% increase, which is about an extra $1 billion for these shows, or, according to Viacom, a couple of pennies more per day per subscriber. A spokesperson for Viacom states that despite Viacom's best efforts, Directv rejected proposals to renew their contract. Viacom wants Directv to purchase a bundle of channels, meaning that they have to carry the low-rated networks if they want to keep the higher-rated ones like MTV or Nickelodeon. Directv believes that each subscriber should be able to pick and choose which channels they would like to have, as opposed to paying for many that they do not watch in order to keep the ones that they do. Viacom says that the fee Directv was paying under the contract signed 7 years ago is now below market price. Directv has said that they have offered to pay a slightly higher fee for the channels, but not as high as Viacom is asking. This is not the first time a television distributor has had a problem with Viacom. Dish Network, 8 years ago, removed some Viacom channels when they were unable to reach a new distribution agreement. That situation, however, ended with Dish caving to Viacom's demands for a higher rate. In the meantime, Directv is allowing 8 Encore channels, which usually come with the higher price premium subscription, to be viewed free until the 31st of this month.
And if you would like to see DirecTV's videotaped response to Viacom, you can go on to directvpromise.com or to KPVM's YouTube page. And if you're tired of paying too much for satellite television, you can get up to 23 channels, including KPVM's 4 digital channels, for free. Call us here at 727-9400, extension 209, or Rods TV at 727-9395 to get hooked up. Imagine what you could do with all that extra cash.
That's right. Well, a town board member, Dr.Tom wrote a special open letter to the citizens of the town of Pahrump.
Well, I wanted to talk about a couple things. I wanted to talk about the fact that the commissioners decided to put on the ballot about disbanding the town board or changing it to an advisory board. And the other thing was on PTO 46. A lot of people are saying that the town board exceeded our authority by doing it. And I'm trying to emphasize over and over, it had nothing to do with incorporation. It was a poorly written, poorly crafted ordinance that needed to be repealed.
In your letter, it says that this had to be repealed because it was unconstitutional, unlawful, because it actually took away the power to repeal it.
That's correct. And, well, one of the things it said in the ordinance is the fact that citizens did not have the right to have a petition to do it. And that's a constitutional right. So the town board doesn't have any authority to take away a constitutional right.
You put in place a resolution that says that they have the right to vote on this. Is it going to be in ordinance?
It won't be in an ordinance because it's unenforceable. And it's unenforceable because the state of Nevada has procedures for incorporation. Mm-hmm. So for us to put down anything that tells citizens what they can or cannot do, the state has already done that. And anything we do would be unenforceable.
The people that are so against this are, in fact, the ones that want to have a petition that for against the town board, for against town of Pahrump incorporating.
Now say that again.
You took it away, or you repealed Ordinance 46 because of the fact that one of the issues is that it says that you can't have a petition for incorporation. But it seems that the people who are so against you repealing this are the ones that are having the petition.
That's correct. Everybody feels you have a right to have a petition, and yet they're looking at an ordinance that said they can't have a petition, and it's kind of contradictory. And again, it violates constitutional rights, and it's not something the town board can do.
What's your feelings about the Board of County Commissioners putting this item on the November ballots for the dissolution of the Pahrump Town Board?
Well, first of all, I have to say I want it on the ballot. I'd like the voters to say, yes, we do want a town board, and I'd like people to know that. The fact that the commissioners put it on the ballot, that to me was the wrong way to go. What they should have done was let the petitions, the voice of the people, speak for themselves. If the signatures were there on the petitions, hey, I'm all for it. They did not need to go to the commissioners to have the commissioners do it. And the other thing about it is the law is very clear. It says the commissioners have determined that the town board form of government is not good for the town. And the commissioners have not determined that. So did they follow the law? That I'm not really sure of. Again, I want it on the ballot because I want the voice of the people heard. How they did it, I'm definitely against that.
And Libertarian presidential candidate Gary Johnson's vice presidential choice, Judge Jim Gray, will be speaking tonight at the Bob Roode Community Center at 6:30. The public is invited.
And we'll be right back after this break, so please keep it here.
This portion of the news is brought to you by Affiliated Chiropractic and Affiliated Physical Therapy. Come in for your free consultation. Call 775-727-8900. Our goal is to create the individual treatment plan that will restore your health and end pain. News is also brought to you by Dr. George Leaks, Pahrump's optometrist since 1990, offering full spectrum eye care for children and adults. Call today, 727-8300.
Corrections Commander of the Southern Nye County Detention Center, Jack Hennigan, continues from yesterday with his tour of the new jail facility just off Basin Road behind the Nye County Courthouse.
Yes, we will have classification, which depends on what crime has been committed, what the individual's mental status is, if the individual needs to be on suicide watch, if the individual needs to be protected from another inmate that's in the facility. And then we will have medium custody, which is just your general population that just wants to be an ideal inmate, do their time, do whatever's necessary to waiting for court, and they are in a separate area.
Also, there is a facility for them for higher education, for church services.
Yes, we have a multi-purpose room. This is for the classes on AA, Alcoholics Anonymous, NA, Narcotics Anonymous, GED classes. We furnish all denomination of church services in the facility, and this room will be used for that.
There's also an outside area.
Yes, there is an outside recreation area where when their outside time comes to them, they can go out there and exercise.
As well as a medical facility.
Yes, we have a medical facility with a pharmacy in it, examining table, and we have 2 rooms that are air controlled for any inmate that might have a communicable disease. We can put them in that area and keep them isolated from all the other inmates.
And talk to me about the kitchen area.
The kitchen area is a culinary delight. They have put in the most modern, beautiful kitchen. It has large walk-in refrigerator, large walk-in freezer, huge storage area, which is going to allow us to buy in larger bulk than what we have before. And in buying in larger bulk, we're going to be able to hold our meal prices down considerably less than what they are now.
And also even a dishwashing area that is amazing.
The dishwashing area, yes, has Of course, a state-of-the-art garbage disposal area. It has the washer, the rinser, the sanitizer, the dryer, and then the food trays are taken off of that and put it onto a cart that allows air circulation to keep them dry and to keep them sanitary.
And a laundry room.
The laundry room at this point has 2 washers and 2 dryers and space for 2 more should we or when we increase in size to 500. But the ones we have in it now will take care of the 224 inmates that we will have capabilities of housing.
And the Veterans of Foreign Wars of the United States says President Obama has accepted an invitation to speak at its 113th National Convention in Reno this month. Obama will speak at the Reno Sparks Convention Center on July 23rd. This event is closed to the public.
A free lecture will be held this Saturday at the Pahrump Valley Historical Museum.
Yes, Zach, it's our second Saturday of every month lecture, and we generally run our lecture from January through June, but there's a little bit of a cliche. Due to popular demand, we're extending our lecture series this year. And so for our July lecture, we're going to have Mr. Urban Chavez as our lecturer. He's a longtime resident of Pahrump, and I think that you'll find his opinions and views and overviews interesting, historical, and probably comical. So if you can be there at the museum at 1 o'clock on Saturday the 14th, and we'll have Mr. Chavez there. It's free as usual. We never charge for the event. So if you have any questions, please call to, 751-1970, 1970. And talk to Celine. She can give you the information. We'll look forward to seeing you.
And as you know, the 4th of July fireworks resulted in many dogs being lost. And we requested people put them on our Facebook so that we could help you find your lost animal. One of them has been returned home. The owner of Lugnet contacted us today and said that Lugnet was returned home safely. And it was also returned with a phone call from the people who found him.
The people who found him actually said they liked Lugnut so much they were going to keep him, but they felt bad and decided to return him. So
once again, you can contact local Pahrump if you have a missing animal. And we'll be right back right after this break with our weather.
News 46 Weather is brought to you by Healthcare Partners Medical Group, with 5 locations in Pahrump, local doctors and professional staff providing total care from infancy to seniors. News 46 Weather is also brought to you by your local dairy farmers. Dairy products are very important in maintaining a healthy body. For more information, you can visit their website at nevadadairycouncil.org.
And welcome back, everyone. Today we did have mostly sunny skies, and our high was at 110 degrees. That heat warning is still in effect until 10 o'clock tonight. Remember, winds are coming out of the south-southwest at 5, and our gusts are at 10. Pressure is falling a little bit to 29.95, and our UV index is remaining at 11 extreme, but not for long. Our humidity is at 10%, and our sunrise at 5:36 a.m. Record for today was 116 degrees back in 1959. We're too close for comfort there. Looking now at tonight, we're going to have partly cloudy skies, a low of 83 degrees. Winds this time coming out of the south-southwest at 4 miles per hour with our gusts at 8. Humidity going up to 16%, and sunset will be at 8:03 p.m. Our record for tonight was 62 degrees back in 1944. Let's take a look now at tomorrow. Once again, we are going to have mostly sunny skies, but our high is going to go down a little bit to 106 degrees. The low is going to be at 82, and winds coming out of the southwest at 6. Gusts at 11, and our humidity at 15%. Our sunrise at 5:37 a.m., and the UV index is going down for us to 9, very high. But we have some more to say about tomorrow. As you can see there, we have a 20% chance of some rain. Even if that rain doesn't come, it does look like our humidity levels are going to be very high, and that is going to remain true until at least about Monday. We're going to be seeing some high humidity, lots of moisture for us. Friday, we actually have a chance of some thunderstorms and a 30% chance of rain. Saturday, we have a very slight chance of rain, but it definitely is going to be humid if nothing. Sunday, once again, we have a chance of rain. Monday, too. And then Tuesday, once again, we have another chance of thunderstorms, and we don't see those too much out here. So that will be interesting if we do get that. Other than tomorrow, we are going to be seeing double digits for our highs, which is nice, but because we have that humidity, that is going to be a factor in how the heat feels to us. It's going to be very muggy. Our lows are going to be from 80 tomorrow, but then for the rest of it, it's going to be 70s. But like I said, the humidity is going to play a factor in it.
And this is for the 5 p.m. broadcast only. I have 2 tickets to the Bonnie Springs show, the
Old West Musical Review.
There you go.
Very exciting.
You need to call 727-9400 extension 201 to get these 2 tickets and a
First caller.
Exactly. First caller. Yes.
Yep, that's all very exciting.
Definitely.
Good luck to all you. Car Studio and Pahrump Mobile Detailing have a special for our KPVM viewers. 10% off any detailing for the month of July. Give them a call at 513-0960, 513-0960. And remember to mention KPVM when calling. And that's going to do it for this edition of News 46. I'm Zach Fuentes.
And I'm Deanna O'Donnell.
Have a wonderful evening, everyone. Good night.